welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Valorant here at SMSU. We're back at it again with this week, which we've had a couple of reschedules with this team in the past couple of days, but we finally have them here. It will be Colorado Mesa University taking on the SMSU Mustangs on Breeze, which is actually a map we don't usually see that much. And I'm actually really excited to see how we go from here. Of course, this is Afro here with my partner, Wookie. And Wookie, what do you expect to see in this game today?
Oh, I'm seeing a Chambers coming out, maybe potentially on both different teams. I'm excited to see some op shots on this crazy large map. These the characters they're choosing, they're all like great info characters. You have Sova, KO. Oh my word, it's gonna be a game of information and opping, it feels like.
Yeah, especially with a map as big as Breeze can be. There's a lot of different open areas that you would kind of want stuff like KO, Sova to kind of take care of that for you. I'm really excited to see how we see these Viper setups. I think some of the dirtiest Viper setups are on this map. I've definitely fell victim to a few of them myself. So this is going to be interesting to see how both teams with their different playstyles kind of coexist in this map. This is game one, best of 3 between the Mavericks and Mustangs. And it looks like everyone seems to be set up here. Not a super similar. I mean, I say that, and I'm looking at them now. They are almost the same, except for KO and Viper. KO and Viper. I don't know.
KO and Sky. There.
That's the one. Yep. That's the one. I'm looking back and forth, and I'm like, yeah, there's that one. But we are going to be starting up here. SMSU on the attacking side. And they got some characters that can definitely help out with the attack. I feel like a little bit more than the defense side.
Ooh. I'm excited to see. We're always going to see a wall coming out on either A or B site. The Viper wall is what I'm meaning to say, because that wall is very important. It can get them onto site. It could be used as a little trick, like, hey, we're coming here. Or, oh, it looks like the Viper on Colorado's side is throwing it through mid. That is allowing them to take mid control in certain situations. It's really neat.
Yeah, I really do love the misdirection plays that you can do with a Viper. You send the wall one way, you go the other way. You send the wall one way, you go that way. Especially on a map like this, that wall is very important for misdirecting, for directing, and even using it to your own advantage. You can see here Jackson setting up here for this one as we start off more on the A side, and already
it looks like we're getting a 3-2 split going out of mid. Woken going out of sight, trying to make a commotion, but she gets picked off, and so does Jackson. That's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, and we can't
running out of sight, getting killed.
Beastmont though with 2 kills. He's gonna want to get away. He is the last person standing here.
He's about to make some contact with
wow, he's dodging and weaving.
Unfortunate.
Harpsichord is going to be able to take out the Beastmont to start round 1, but can I just say that right at the beginning of this round, Jet with a shorty was able to take out Piece of Bread as the round began, which definitely put a stop on anything they were trying to do, and that's going to be pretty big for them. You can even see they now have 2 marshals on the side of CMU.
Goodness. 2 marshals, especially with the Jet holding it right by pyramid. That is it's very good, because round 2 marshal is typically a one-shot kill, because SMSU is saving while they don't want to buy any shields. And it looks like they're trying to do a split onto A site. 2 are going up towards the ventilations up top, and the rest of the team is just trying to grab orb. Maybe the Sova's going to shoot out a dart.
Ooh, and the Headhunter is missed.
Ooh. Bullets are flying between the 2.
They're going to get the information that 2 members of SMSU are now in tunnel. Velo will take the shot on Woken, taking her out pretty quickly here.
It looks like Jackson from SMSU gets picked off after opening the door.
Ooh, Jandy with the peek there around the pyramid. Going to get the kill. However, now with only 2 members of SMSU left, they will plant. And CMU is going to have to work this retake, and they will get the shot on Jandy as they make
Sanders
the push.
The only one by himself. Get cornered by 3 different people, and they get the kill on the Beast mod.
Yeah, and already now we see CMU up 2 rounds here. Pistol rounds are officially over at this point. They can now buy rifles, so we're going to have now we have the real round starting up here. But with the momentum that CMU has, they're looking pretty confident right now.
Let's see if SMSU is going to decide to go anywhere else, but it looks like they're wanting to keep trudging on in this A side. Maybe they could shoot darts or maybe misdirect them to go over to B. I don't even know if they're trying to like lure them or get them to over-rotate is a very good thing to do, especially on such a large map such as Breeze.
And you can even see that some members of SMSU are beginning to kind of shift over toward the other side here, especially Chamber. He's probably just going to set up some trademarks. Going to try and catch them if they try to hit the rotate through there as they begin this push once more.
We can see CMU's Chamber holding off mid and the tunnel. Wanting to do something. It looks like the Sova from SMSU, the Beast mod, is trying to do something with his jet. It looks like they're all rotating over there towards A, doing something, throwing out his drone.
And both drones do get seen, so they have a little bit of information for that Sova. The drone on SMSU side will see quite a couple of members of CMU as Piece of Bread starts off this round with 2K. Woken picks up Lance Dog.
3.
And now 3v2 here. You can see Woken kind of creeping up, checking bridge, looking around there just to make sure someone's not there, or at least checking if they go for the rotate. Harpsicus, though, will take out Jackson. Piece of Bread now on a 3K.
They have a second confirmed location of where that Sky is after hearing the door open. Looks like Woken's not falling for the trap. Just trying to see. They know that where she is.
And the
Woken
flash will
being
go
flash,
out.
throwing out a smoke.
Oh, the smoke. I can see where she was going with it, but Piece of Bread's able to go, is going to be able to pick it up.
Wow, with a nice 4K.
Yeah, and a 4K to start off, that's quite a momentum shifter. Now they have rifles. They're feeling pretty good. That 4K definitely helped for Econ, at least, as they enter this next round. Looking pretty good. Chamber, Beast Mod, and Piece of Bread one away from getting their ult, so that's going to be really helpful for them. More so for Beast Mod if he can get the post plant down and stay alive. And that's going to be quite a hurdle to climb because Velo, the Jet, has been kind of on them a couple of times here.
Yeah, holding off the same angle by Pyramid. Just making sure. Oh, and the Viper Wall coming down on A. Very great Viper Wall. Blocks off a majority of sight, making isolating like these 2-on-1s.
But as you can see at this site in question here, only a few members of SMSU checking around A as Viper kind of stays in spawn with Bomb, just kind of waiting for some action to happen. Which way do they want to go? Just kind of waiting for something here.
It looks like they're trying to get an over-rotate. They do have 3 people kind of in the direction more of A, but 2 of them are still sitting towards B. And it looks like SMSU's deciding to rotate out as they leave their Jet Woken to sit there and try to act as bait to bring more and more over.
CMU beginning to kind of shift toward A now as Viper goes toward mid, but stays mostly in mid just in case. The bird will go out. It does blind.
And it gets a blind, bringing the Viper back from mid.
And that's also good information as well, because once you blind them, they do say that they are blinded. So it will spot at least a member. So that's going to probably give them some information. Lansdog does take out Woken.
Jackson trying to come onto site, getting a kill on the other Viper.
Oh,
they know that the Sky is right there around the corner. And they get the kill.
Sky.
And SMSU's getting control over B site. Looks like Lansdog's trying to get Jandy out of that corner because he knows he's there.
And they will begin this retake once more here. And this is going to have to be a pretty big round for SMSU if they want to secure this one. They need this round. This will definitely set the tone for the next round for sure if they can get this one. Utility being thrown out by CMU.
Jandy about to get into an encounter with the Chamber, and he gets the kill.
Ooh, Jandy with the headshot.
Now the last 2 of Colorado's team is now on site. They're trying to clear it out. Scared of Jandy. Scared of Jackson.
Oh.
And they get killed.
It's down to just Velo here. Jackson hurt. Bomb ticking, though. Both members of SMSU on low health. They will make the push. They get one. They will go for the diffuse, but they have no idea.
Jackson gets a 3K for the finish. What a phenomenal performance.
Phenomenal 3K as well. That's going to secure that round. A clutch victory for SMSU. Playing the waiting game was what helped Jackson there. I believe the Jet was engaged with combat with him for a little bit there, but then it just went for Bomb and cost them big. So now we have a tied game so far. What are some kinks that you see coming from both of these teams? I'm thinking, this A push is okay.
Yeah, the A push is not. It's okay on SMSU's part.
Yeah.
Because they get onto site and get the bomb plant down, but they keep getting picked off. I'm not quite sure if they're taking on these.
Whoa!
And a kill by Sova or Jet getting they're killing the Sova. Oh my word.
Yeah, the dart by KO to suppress, and then they just went for the big hole shorty. That's going to cost them big. A little bit of a ballsy play, if I do say so myself, coming from CMU.
The only thing that's fortunate for CMU that this is a save round, except that the Chamber somehow got his hands on a Vandal.
And almost all I should say all members of SMSU had their ult. So all they have to do is just wait here, but the tour to
nice
force.
Shot by the piece of bread. As I said earlier, we are going to see op shots throughout the game.
Piece of bread with a tour de force, a deadly weapon indeed. That one shot on any part of the body.
Any part, that is disgusting to have.
And now
on
SMSU with rifles for most of them, ults across the board as well, except for Chamber who just used his. Meanwhile, CMU has very close, very close ultimates. You can see here that 3 members of them just need one more. A kill will do it next round for sure if they don't have it this round. So it's going to be quite interesting what they do for strategy.
Let's see, they're still keeping the same, CMU's keeping the same amount of characters on each side. And Jandy popping out his ult.
And that's going to give as much information as possible to CMU. They know they're going to be initiating this push on B with the ult suppressing them. And they're going to make their push here. Harpsick is being very patient, however, not trying to push.
Beast Mod with the bomb. He's actually going on his site.
Ooh, but look at the shutdown here. But it's not going to be enough. They still have members of SMSU on site here. Jandy not going to be able to catch Lance Dog.
Let's see. Beast Mod getting pinched by 3 people again. But on the opposite site. Quite unfortunate for SMSU.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing there was the fact that Sky held it down for him as much as he could before being killed. And by that point, the rest of the team was there to pick it up. Back to being a tied game. And of course, SMSU really went for that gamble using almost just Jandy's ult for that one. But they do have ult for this round, but so does CMU. They got the Seekers, they got Tour de Force, they do have the Viper's Pit. So a lot of post-plant shenanigans might be happening if Bomb even can get down.
Ooh, the Chamber for CMU is using his ult, the one-shot sniper, and he's holding 2 very long distant angles. Let's see if he gets the kill on SMSU's Jackson as they're about to make an encounter. No, it looks like the Chamber for CMU is going back onto site as SMSU's bringing a 3-1-1 split.
Perhaps divine intervention was what saved Jackson there from that tour de force as they begin to actually shift their attention away from A site and begin to try maneuvering somewhere else.
Jackson hitting up a little quick sneak up towards tunnel.
This could be big.
The tour de force looking down that tunnel with Jackson waiting around the corner. You just heard Chamber place the trap. He's placing 2 different traps as 4 of SMSU's members going up towards mid.
Able to almost take all of mid here. No one's going to be able to stop them pushing mid. However, Woken, oh my goodness, barely able to survive and will pick up Lance Dog. And that's going to take away the ult, the tour de force, away from CMU. Now they have a man down.
Realizing that they over-rotated towards B, but Jet's hiding on site and gets picked off by SMSU's Woken.
It's down to Chicken trying to attack here, but SMSU not missing their shots as, you know, getting them kills is what all that matters here, and they will get bombed now.
Let's see what the Viper does, and ooh, the teleport.
The TP is what saved his life. Harpsichus will not be able to get the kill
3K.
there.
Let's see if she gets the 4.
Piece of Bread will be able to pick it up. A very back and forth game here by both teams. Not a single team can really get one over the other. There was some times where they won a couple rounds in a row, but as of right now, it's 1-1-1.
Rifles make a big difference, especially in this on this map Breeze, and we could see that the Jet is pulling out the op with small shields. She's going to be hiding around the pyramid because this is a very common op spot. You can just dash out immediately into safety around the other pyramids because they're not going to want to challenge that. But looks like SMSU is doing a default where they're going to have multiple of their team members go across the map to try to just survey the area, perhaps.
The dart will go out. It will catch, I believe, that Sova off guard, thanks to the KO dart given by Jandy. The ult does come out, though, by the Sova on SMSU side as he begins to start pinging. He does ping the Sky and will get the kill. They have a few members of CMU there. Harpsichus does take out Jackson, and they will begin to make moves here, but they are going to actually back off and get away from B site. Probably going to make moves on A, but the spike carrier is down.
Spike is down in mid. Looks like the piece of bread getting a nice kill.
A 3v2, and as soon as I say that, a 1v3. It's down to Jandy.
Jandy, let's see what he can do.
Spike is down in mid, and they
Playing
can watch this
KO.
like a hawk.
Oh my word, the Jet with her
Ooh.
up gets a nice kill on the Lance Dog. Jandy's taking shots, but
A valiant effort indeed by Jandy as he tried to fight the good fight. A 1v3 is, especially on a map like Breeze, where you can just stand long distance and just pop some shots, especially against Velo in that op. You definitely don't want to challenge that mid push. So, you know, you have to just fight for it.
Seems like they're just keeping the same characters on the sides of the map. CMU keeping Sova and Jet towards A, Chamber playing up towards mid, Viper assisting the Sky on B, or rotating towards mid if Chamber really needs the help. But it looks like SMSU is going to be sending it all on towards A site with all their characters.
The dart does catch the Sova, and they will be backing off a little bit, but they do have the information that the KO, at least through the dart here, and the drone is also out here. That should be more than enough to confirm it, and Velo with an op shot.
SMSU's Jackson throwing out his ult.
They're going to start popping shots into the Viper's pit as they begin to signify that this is for sure the push that they want. They're going to plant down the spike, and they're going to begin this fight here.
Velo shot missed by Velo, but Chicken picks it up.
Piece of bread standing out in the open. Oh my
and he
goodness.
teleports right away from the shot.
The TP dodge.
And and the piece of bread gets picked off.
And this round will go to CMU there. SMSU not going to be able to really set up for anything in that fight. They were able to get spiked down. That's good for Econ, but they don't get the round in general. But they do have a few members with ult, so they're going to be using Jandy for sure if they want to push. But
of course,
it is a big gamble. If you use that ult, you better be ready for a fight. And with Velo on op, maybe this could be very risky.
It's very risky. One thing that SMSU is they're having a very hard time after planting the bomb down and actually holding site, because in most of the instances of where they're winning, they're still just being killed off and making it a 1v1 for the bomb, and it's quite difficult for them to actually secure the round.
You can see here Velo watching it. The dart does go out. Viper pit as well by Harpsicus. Going to start staving off all of the entryway to B.
The Sky for CMU getting information that the Sova is pushing up towards their direction.
Velo with the shot, a piece of bread.
Piece of bread with his own.
My goodness, it's a battle of ops here. Velo's going to watches down main like a hawk as SMSU begins to, again, make that push up through mid. They do get the kill on B site. Now if they can kill this Viper, that site is theirs, if they so choose.
Looks like SMSU's leaning towards B.
The Viper.
Like an interaction between Harpsicus and the Beast Mod.
They will take out the Beast Mod, and they begin to hold it down. That Viper pit doing so well to conceal where they are. Piece of bread does get chicken, though. So now it's a 3v2. Velo, if he loses op, that's going to be really big for SMSU.
As we can see, SMSU's rotating towards A as the Jet is rotating towards mid.
What a play.
What a phenomenal job by them. They're needing to get themselves on site
They
before
have
the
to get on
op
site.
comes around corner.
The fear of the op is definitely hesitating them a little bit, but they will proceed with planting the bomb down. And quite the bamboozle, I should say, by SMSU as they begin this A.
SMSU
fight.
having an op of their own, but CMU's going up towards mid.
They're
getting interaction with Jandy.
Caught him. Oh, and the
piece of bread misses a shot.
They'll be
He has
unable.
one more, and he gets a nick on the
Oh my goodness.
Jet at 13.
Jet.
She's in a dire situation, but hits an incredible shot.
This could be big. SMSU
And
Jackson.
SMSU Jackson hitting some phenomenal shots, getting himself a 3K.
That 3K is all it takes to clutch the round. Big play there, keeping the unorthodox angle standing above on the stairs is going to catch them off guard, and that's going to secure that victory for him. But it doesn't even matter. CMU still going to be, Velo at least, still going to be able to have op if they want it. There's a couple rifles, at least one from Lance going for that. And the rest of SMSU does have theirs as well. Piece of bread at 5,500. Might be looking for something. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, it looks like he decided to buy up a Vandal. Very great choice on a very distant map.
And I can see Velo decided not to go for op this time. We'll just be using a Sheriff, however.
Yeah, but he has his knives with his ult. He's using that as the op itself.
Oh! Oh,
and what a
Lance
nice
Dog.
shot. They have Spike down in tunnel. No
And
one
that's-
else is there, and which is a very great job by Lance.
And it's going to be very unfortunate for SMSU as they have to either just get picks at this point. Bomb is going to be a no-go. There's no point in going for bomb when it's in tunnel. You might as well just fight them and see what happens.
Looks like CJ Alpha trying to find out where they are.
Ooh, and the Seeker's hitting the door. They don't have to open the door, though, to get them to go through.
Priscus getting killed by the piece of bread. He has a 3K.
Oh, and that's so unfortunate for CJ Alpha. The ult going through the door, not going to help them out with any kind of information whatsoever. And look at this, SMSU beginning to creep along the back here in their spawn.
They're getting ready for a war that's about to go down.
Yeah, this
In
is
this tunnel.
This
for
is
the
what we like
bomb.
to see, tunnel fights.
Long range tunnel fights.
And the
Looks
bullets begin to fly.
Here comes out an arrow.
That's going to be big for them if they want that information. Oh,
The
but the
bread
counter
gets blinded.
flash.
30 seconds left.
Oh, and
Oh,
that's
and Jenny
suppression.
popping his ult.
Oh, they take out one, and they will take out another.
And piece of bread with the 4K.
Piece of bread securing that one for him. The ult from Jandy definitely helped as well. And now we're at the last round before half. Still such a
my
closely
word.
contested game. I was not even aware we were this close to
5
being
and
at the end.
6. Oh my gosh.
This is what I'm talking about. Very back and forth contest. Not a single team being able to really get ahead here before the half. But this is going to be big for them. If SMSU can get it, they will have a 2-round lead going into the next round. It's definitely a confidence booster for them. But you can see Velo. He has the ace up his sleeve. He's going to want to try and get some
He's
kills.
holding down A, but we can see that SMSU's going to be pushing onto B site with the Jandy ult.
The smoke there from Viper going to try and obscure some vision, especially with that Molly down as well, completely hindering them from pushing. That's going to be death if they decide to run through that.
Looks like the Jandy ult. Oh, excuse me. His ult was used last round, but the Viper wall coming up, making it so they don't have to worry about being seen by CT and mid. They
And
just have to
Chamber.
worry about the people on site.
Chamber and Jet both have their ops as well. Chamber has a tour de force, Jet with the op, but they're on the opposite side of the map, so it's not even going to really matter right now as they begin this push.
And Woken getting a nice kill, and Beast Mod picking up the I'm sorry.
They will be picking up Harpsichus for that one, and they will be planning the bomb down. And now they have full control of site. Now they have to set up for the post plan here.
What a difficult name for me to pronounce. I'm sorry, chat.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. There's a lot of consonants. There's a lot of syllables.
I keep wanting to say Harpiscus, or I forget her name, the character itself, but it looks like Chicken is deciding to use his ult and gets one shot off on SMSU's Woken.
Piece of
Beastmod's
bread
stuck in
going
the
for
corner.
a very cheeky play here. And he
And
will
what
get
a
one.
nice shot on Lance Dog.
And he gets another. Oh,
And
wow.
SMSU's piece of bread and Beast Mod picking up the round.
And they
for their
will
7-5 lead.
They go into this next half with a boost in the morale as they begin this defense-centric half for them. They do have Chamber, which by far has some of the best defensive utility in the game. The
Agreed.
trademark, the TP, and of course the tour de force, the headhunter as well.
Headhunter, the sheriff that is just amazing from all distances.
And we don't usually see a lot. We don't have a lot of breeze matches, so it's actually kind of interesting to see how Piece of Bread uses Chamber on this map. And you can see he's going for the high unorthodox angles, which is definitely what you want. But in this
Unexpected,
fight,
it's very great. It looks like we're having Jandy in the bread on B site, and SMSU's Beast Mod is holding the same position as CMU's Chamber did.
which is definitely fair. He's going to try and just kind of... Oh, my goodness, that was going to be
Headhunter
big.
versus Woken.
Jackson will throw out the I believe that's the smoke, right? That's the smoke.
Yes, his little smoke
I
orb.
was thinking it was the Molly. They look kind of similar.
Yeah, the
I'm not
Molly
gonna lie.
has a weird like hand gesture.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. And as they begin this fight, drone does come out, but CMU taking a look at the situation and keeping the spike kind of behind them in the event that they get hit. Woken will get Lance Dog though with that sheriff kill.
Looks like SMSU Jandy's is just wanting to rotate, but not wanting to all the way. But it looks like CMU's trying to push up towards mid. Getting a nice headshot by Velo.
Sheriff v. Sheriff of revenge, as you can say here. Chicken does go down by Jackson. 3v3. Sky hurt really bad on the side of CMU, and they're just deciding to go for it. But Jandy's right
Jandy
there.
with a nice dink on Harpiscus.
Jandy with the heady will stop the spike from being down. They do have the information, and they need SMSU to get there quickly if they want to win this round. Jandy's in a 1v2 situation, and they will get bombed down.
He does have his knife out. He could throw it out and just get rid of their utility.
The knife would be incredibly useful right now, but
Beast
Velo
Mod-
hurt. Oh, what a
Jandy
pickup.
picking it up. It's just the Sky all there by herself with the shock darts coming out.
Shock dart.
He's trying to shoot it, but
hit
hit
off the
wall.
corner. And they will secure it.
SMSU's Beast Mod getting the final kill.
Jandy being
shot.
able to hold his own against those two CMU members. The knife probably would have helped out there, but he held his own anyway. Does get the kills, and will go into this next round looking really good as they begin to defuse this. It will be 5-8. Finally, after a little bit, there has been a lead. A more sturdy lead, I should say, but I will not count them out just yet. They did do a lot of damage to SMSU in the attack round when they were defending, so we have to see how it goes from there.
Let's see here. We're seeing that SMSU's having 3 more towards the A side, having the Jet, Viper, and the Sova. Very interesting. Kind of leaving mid up towards Chamber's utility, which is just a nice, essentially slow orb from Sage.
Yeah, definitely what you want on the team. And that dart's going to catch a couple of CMU off guard there. They get the information, and they're just going to start moving. But I don't think that might be the best idea. As you can see, SMSU might be just taking the bait here.
Oh, no. SMSU is just rotating all the way around. They're keeping Jackson in mid, but if he gets pushed by like 4 or 5, he's going to get taken out easily.
Yeah, and it looks like CMU is still trying to think about whether they should try switching sides. Jet's going to go back this way, but they will begin to skulk their way up through mid. And SMSU is going to go back to reset their positions.
Yep. We see SMSU's Jackson's just sitting right behind a door.
If you can get a pick here, this would be big.
They're thinking about walking through it, but
Chamber.
Mr. Chamber, is he daring enough? No, he's going up towards mid. They're trying to still hit this B push.
Oh, but Piece of Fred with the Marshall is going to take out Chicken. Jackson still staying in double doors as the rest of CMU begin to make their push on the site. Jandy, however, going to get a kill.
Flushed on by 5 different people.
Beast Mod, Piece of Bread getting kills in succession here. Ooh. As Velo able to take out Piece of Bread. Gonna have to hold his own here with a Spectre and a Dream as he takes on 3 members.
And he gets a nice headshot on SMSU's Beast Mod.
Staying alive, just playing the slow game. He does have 14 seconds.
Grabs
he will
the
pick
bomb.
up bomb.
He needs it.
Oh, I thought he did.
He needs to get that down as soon as he can.
He needs to do it right now. It's do or die.
And he's going all the way.
This could be
And now
risky.
he's going to be put into a very risky situation. And
he gets
the
one.
kill.
Can he get another? Velo looking.
All he needs is the 4K. Hiding. Let's see what Woken does.
Woken on half.
And gets a nice shot on Velo.
With a peek. Peeking with a Marshall.
Dangerous.
Against, I guess a Spectre too with half health. Woken's going to be able to clutch this round for SMSU, keeping the streak going into this next half. But wow, what a clutch play. I guess she just had the quicker trigger finger there. Good job there by Woken to secure it for SMSU as this lead begins to grow exponentially. CMU not being able to really find anything to go off of here.
They're not having that groove that SMSU did of getting onto A side or B side and trying to hold it down as long as they can.
It looks like CMU thinking about going back toward the A side, but with the way that this game has been playing right now, they need to do something here, and this might just be
SMSU is making this a 3rd save round. He hears the drone coming out, and he peeks right. He sees that there's a shotgun there.
Oh, man.
He's about to get in an interaction.
And crazy!
Gets the kill on CJ Alpha, getting rid of one of their rifles.
Oh,
and the Beast Mod picking up Harpiscus.
He's going to be
looks like he's setting out his out drone.
Ooh, the out drone does catch the Sova.
He did not see the Sova. But he heard him come up the net and gets killed.
Ooh, I thought he might have seen the head.
Yeah.
I would have got out of there.
The blonde hair blended it right with the sand.
You hate to see it. You really do hate to see it. Look at Woken watching that like a hawk. Not
looks
gonna
like
be able to
Velo's
secure
trying to run out of sight or running up. The piece, Landstar getting a kill on the piece of bread.
But Woken with the trade. 2v2. And CMU making their run. They are just heading out. Velo watching.
Looks like Woken's trying to go get a rifle.
Going to pick up a gun here, but also keeping Jandy alone as she has to come back all the way up to B site.
It's very dangerous, but maybe it's unexpected.
Well, she's going to have to make some moves here. She is going to try and go through B main for the most part. Jandy going to have to wait for his partner to come through and help out, but the dart's going to catch him.
Ooh.
So they have information on one member.
SMSU Woken is trying to push up out of B main. Let's see if the Sova knows that they're coming through.
They need to coordinate this. They need to be able to work with each other here, or else this might be big.
And that's a kill.
Woken's on
They're
site
going to
now.
have to get on bomb very soon.
They hear the draft coming in. There's
She
the
knows
knives.
where she is. Let's see what happens. And Woken gets the kill. She does not have time to defuse bomb, unfortunately.
Will get the kill, but at what cost? Will save the rifle for this round. Perhaps that was what did it for him. It was a good try, to say the least, on Woken's part, but having to go from the bottom of the map all the way up to B site.
They're on a time. The schedule was not perfect for them.
The timing wasn't there, but they do get the kill. They do have a rifle. The econ isn't looking entirely that bad, so
No.
we'll go into this next round. Still up 3 rounds here.
3 rounds.
Woken
no
does have
op
knives
coming
as
out.
well, so even if she dies this round, we'll be able to use knives in the next round, so not too bad. Oh, and look at this knife. That's going to catch a couple of them.
Another, like, 3 to 4 of them within his knife.
Don't get caught lacking when KO's around. But the dart coming out will reveal a couple of members. Ooh, Lance Dog.
Lance Dog getting a nice shot on Woken.
And they're going to start to kind of spread out across the map here. You can see Viper going for a
Beast
very
Mod is
interesting
just
peek.
about to get a rude awakening from Velo.
Ooh. Velo hitting him from behind with the headshot.
Jackson's all alone over on A site, and CMU's going over, and they have A site all to themselves.
Velo will get that kill, and they're going to have the whole site. It's up to Jandy and Piece of Bread to make their way there. But with this 4v2 situation, they're going to have to use their utility wisely. They're going to have to coordinate here if they want to secure this round.
Spike planted.
Jandy does have a grenade, he has his flash, and he also has a knife as well. Full utility almost.
It's very difficult for SMSU because it would be much preferred if they could do or isolate some 2v1s, but unfortunately there's 4 people alive. They have to do some exploration to try kind of get rid of some people.
Piece of Bread will be going through tunnel here. He might be able to catch Sova off.
He gets the Sova.
Takes out Chicken. Now it's a 2v3.
Jandy having his knife, but he gets killed by CJ Alpha. And CJ Alpha getting the kill on
Jandy
Bread.
looking away at the last possible second. Not going to be able to clock in those kills, and that's going to cost them. They are now up, still now by 2 this time, the lead beginning to close. But look at SMSU here. They have 4 members with ults.
Oh
that's going to be
my
big. Suppression,
word.
Viper Pit. You got the knives. You got the tour de force. This is going to be pretty big if they use these wisely, and it's up to CMU to have to adapt to this situation at hand.
We can see that CMU is trying to run up towards B, but I believe JD's going to throw out his knife, maybe catching more than expected.
Ooh, and the dart, I believe, might have caught a couple members.
It did not hit any of them. You'd see a nice, cool, like, purple
yep,
triangle
yep.
around him.
And I think that's on Jandy. Maybe perhaps he should wait a little bit longer to throw
Wait
that
a little
knife out.
longer or learn a different spot for it.
Perhaps.
We can see that he shot the owl drone that's coming onto site, and we can see that CMU is getting a nice headshot through the smoke.
But piece of bread with his own eye. And he gets out of dodge.
He's on site. He's ready. She's hoping that the piece of bread is trying to bake up.
This could be big. Oh my!
Gets the shot.
Yikes! Yikes! And they're gonna get bombed down in the Viper Pit. They do know that Chamber with the tour de force is on site, and he is deadly with the aim. Jackson will take out CJ Alpha. Now down 2-4 members.
Owl drone not looking towards the left, unfortunately not picking up the Sova that's hiding in the corner.
Oh, but they do see the Viper, and they're gonna start
And he's
popping
sitting there.
shots.
Shots are being fired. It's just a Viper who's left. She's
And they're just
gonna
gonna
have
go
to do
for the
something.
fuse. And the dart comes out.
CMU's pinging.
Oh!
But the piece of bread gets a 3K finish on Harpiscus.
Yeah, the move there by Viper was definitely the best thing you could do, right?
Yeah.
The team was pinging where the bomb was, because then they just started popping shots, but none of them hit. It just wasn't enough. And by the time the clip was expended, Piece of Bread was right there to pick it up for him. It's going to be 7-10 now. Round 18.
We can
3
see
more
Rogan's
rounds.
op coming out, the Reaver op. Very deadly, holding it over on A site. She's going to be also peeking from the very common angle, more than likely by Pyramid.
But CMU does have the tour de force. They do have the Seekers. They do have.
Let's see
the
her shot.
Sova.
Oh, and she misses one.
Can she pick it up again? No, not going to be able to hit that second shot. And they're going to start their push up here. Sova more or less the last line of defense here.
Looks like the Jet is already on site. She's clearing a corner now. She's going to be looking towards the back of site.
But Jandy does take out CJ Alpha. But Chicken coming from the tunnel. Going to take out Woken there. Beast Mod with the trade.
Getting Chicken.
Heart to kiss.
Jandy's trying to deal with the Viper on site.
There's the
Throwing a nade.
Watch out for the fragment. That's going to hit you real hard. 2v3 here. The suppression does come out.
A little closer.
Oh, but Harpstick is able to hit Jandy. They're down. And that's going to be a 2v2.
We can see the piece of bread sneaking up.
This could be big. Lance Dog
He's
has
not
no
wary,
idea.
and he gets the headshot.
Lance Dog has no idea on his Splinter Cell mode.
Piece of bread gets a 2K for SMSU to pick up an 11-7 lead.
Wow. Great play there with that flank. You can see that the Beast Mod was on death's door. He could not get into a fight. He had to just wait and hope and pray that the piece of bread was there to pick up that flank, and it worked out perfectly for him. The 2K to secure the round, the defuse, and now we enter round 19. SMSU with 2 more rounds away from winning this game 1. Can you believe this is only game 1?
Yeah, this is game 1, and it's so close. It is very exciting to see a very close game, though.
And CMU still has their Sova and Sky ults ready to go here. Of course, they might not be holding them off until the post-plant, but we'll have to see how it goes from there. You know, desperation may be kicking in for CMU. They're now down a couple of rounds.
Viper walls are making an X throughout mid.
And that's what we like to see. X marks the spot, truly. The dart comes out, but
SMSU's Woken gets picked off by Velo, and Velo going up. He gets killed by the piece of bread.
Piece of bread will take out Velo.
Velo was a little greedy for that op.
Oh, not going to be able to see.
SMSU's Jackson getting a nice kill.
There. And now 3v2. Chicken staying in more toward main tunnel. Meanwhile, the Sky
it's lurking towards B site, but the piece of bread is having an idea that they're over there. He's not officially going to move.
The shock dart does come out. It will catch the Beast Mod.
Just a hair. Let's see. And the Beast Mod, they're shooting through the wood.
Jackson.
And SMSU's Jackson gets the kill.
And now CJ Alpha has to have something going here. He will take out Jackson.
CJ Alpha sitting on 2 health, but unfortunately the Sky cannot heal themselves.
No, the curse of playing a Sky can heal everyone, but not yourself. The perfect team player, as I like to call him. CJ Alpha.
Like they're trying to get some bullets into their magazine.
Sky does shoot out the bird. Chamber probably scouted that one.
Sky has no idea where the chamber is.
Well, I think they're about to make their acquaintance real soon, but not before Beast Mod is right there to pick it up from behind.
What a phenomenal job by both of them.
SMSU standing on the verge on round 20 with match point. This could be big for SMSU. If they can get this win, they win the game, and we go into game 2 looking real confident. However, CMU, who have been giving them quite the fight here, has not been able to get their footing after getting those rounds just a few rounds ago. They just haven't been able to secure anything yet.
We could see that CMU's has 2 ults ready. Velo's knives and chickens. Sova beam.
The dart does come out, will not catch any.
SMSU Woken hitting a phenomenal shot.
But Woken is like, I'm not missing again. I'm getting that first pick. Trust me on that. And they will secure it. And now already 4v5 on this match point round.
Harpiscus has made his way all the way up towards really far into 2, but they seem to be backing off.
Well, when you get that op shot from that far, you don't want to challenge that. But it's also, what do you do at this point in time? The 2v2 in the tunnel here.
This tunnel is very deadly.
Going out, the molly.
You see that the 4 of CMU members and a shot by Woken.
And the spike is down in main tunnel. This is the final nail in the coffin here, unless Velo can dig down deep and go for the 9 kills. But oh my goodness, not gonna be able to get that shot off. And now both members of CMU are in a tough pickle here. There's Bomb. They do see,
and SMSU getting a 3rd.
Now it's down to Viper hiding away in the back, and that's going to be Jackson to pick it up.
The final shot of game 1.
And that's going to do it, at least for game 1 on Breeze. What an intense game, at least in the beginning there. Once that defense half turned, once that swap happened, it was mostly SMSU's game there. CMU did pick up a couple rounds, but it was going to be SMSU's. They just kept getting that momentum that they needed. They just kept getting one up on CMU. But I got to say that first, if that game is anything, it tells me that CMU is not done yet. There's much more fight in them, and I can't wait to see what they do in this next map. But for now, we will be back with the break. We'll see you guys in Game 2, so stick around. We are back with Game 2 of this SMSU Collegiate Valorant game between SMSU and CMU, the Mavericks. And we are on Haven, a map that we have seen quite frequently, especially from our last game as well. We saw this, and they will be on attack this time. Once again, SMSU changing it up here. Seeing some characters that I haven't seen in quite a while, like Breach. I haven't seen Breach in
Breach is a very interesting pick. Jandy going on the Brim. Beast Mod going to Sky. Don't we normally see him on, like, a different pick?
He has played Sky a lot in the past, so this is more like a return to the status quo for the Beast Mod. Piece of Bread will be rocking Killjoy, another deadly character. If you see Piece of Bread in a Sentinel, just know he might just pop off a little bit. Welkin still rocking Jet, of course. Meanwhile, in CMU, we also have a Killjoy. We got a Chamber still. We got Sky, Brim. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see these teams taking on one another, especially on this attack-centric map with SMSU, I believe, having an advantage here with this attack because they have a lot of different options, especially with this team composition that they have. They got ways to set up for flanks. They got ways to, you know, discombobulate the enemy a little bit. So definitely going to be looking for more of an aggressive team coming here from SMSU on this attack.
So much KJ equipment towards B. So much. There's Molly's. All of her equipment's over there except her turret.
Yeah, that's actually good. Interesting. Usually you see putting on like A short, A mid, you know, A main, maybe garage, a little bit of C long. So
let's see what SMSU's doing. They're coming out, and a fellow hits a nasty headshot on the Beast Mod.
Stop the presses. We starting like this, and look at this. That util is going to be popping off
jumping
here.
off by Gong. Taking some shots. SMSU's already on B site.
What
Looks
a
like
way to
Jandy's
start.
having to go in and get the bomb plant down at being at 14 HP.
He is hurt extremely bad. He's going to want to place a smoke down, and it looks like he will. Placing it on the link between C and oh my goodness, the shots are flying here.
One enemy.
As it's just down to one member, the Piece of Bread.
Let's see what the Piece of Bread can do. He's sneaking up behind two of them. He's coming on. He grabs his gun out.
He's gonna want to. He's about to go crazy here if he can get this. That's one.
And he
That's
gets one too.
Can he get the third? He looks away.
And he gets the third.
Oh my
What a
goodness!
great job by the Piece of Bread.
Holy
getting SMSU
moly.
the pistol round.
Golly, what a round! I am speechless. What a way to start off this game. First of all, a B push round one.
That is crazy.
You don't just
running
do
into
that.
so much KJ equipment.
And they still stood tall. Oh my, the Piece of Bread again.
Jeez,
You
they
never
thought they had the round in the bag, and Piece of Bread came
wow.
around and took it.
Never take your eyes off of Bread because he may just appear right behind you. The classic working in his favor. And they're going to secure this pistol round. And it's only just a pistol round. That's only round one.
We can see that the chicken's sitting around the corner with a shorty. It's very dangerous, and he's hitting a blind.
Oh,
And he's blinded.
Golly.
And he gets killed by SMSU Jackson as Woken using the Bulldog on Lance Dog.
And
They're
gonna
pushing
just
onto A
fully
site.
push. It's just
They
going to
have
be a
so many
full-on
people
push.
here. Jandy is going to be getting the bomb plant down, trying to get his ult up. Bomb plant's down. SMSU still has all 5 versus a 3 from CMU.
CMU going to want to play this a little bit methodical. They do have Brim. They do have KJ. Very defensive players, but Velo just popping off with a little bit of a headhunter heady.
Jandy doing a terrific job keeping Heaven smoked off even after he's dead.
Woken does take out Harpsichus. It's just down the Chamber and Brim. They're going to want to figure out what to do here. One member is going up into Heaven, though, I think. Or is that? Yeah, no, they're
that
just
is
chilling.
Velo
They are
himself.
vibing.
Seeing if he can get a last headshot. Trying to get another one on the
Oh, he's not going to be able to
Beast
secure
Mod.
it. Beast Mod will secure this one, and it's
Returning
another
the favor.
round. And he's going to... Oh, wow. The shorty pick up there
Hey,
by
it's
Woken.
not bad. It's not bad.
I mean, if you...
Especially as Jet, he could dash in, bop, pop.
Yeah, it's definitely deadly. And now up 2 rounds here. SMSU feeling really good right now. Especially Piece of Bread.
Dude, he is 3-0.
Yeah, and he's got really good econ. He's definitely going to be probably saving for this round for the next round. If they get this round win, econ going to look good. And as soon as I say that, he just buys anyway. So you know what? You just dispute anything
He
I
has
say.
more than enough for next round.
He'll be fine as they enter this next round.
As they keep on going. They're going to be going places as SMSU decides to go towards Garage and C.
Ooh, they do see the trademark there. but that's going to give some information as well to CMU, CJ Alpha.
CJ Alpha killing Woken, but Beastmod picking him up.
Here come the
They're
bird.
running onto site.
Oh,
Jackson
no.
running around, getting the kill.
The
on
aggro.
Biscuits.
It's just too crazy.
Destroyed.
Looks like they're picking up bomb, getting the bomb plant down.
Oh.
Velo getting the kill.
This is
But
what I'm
Piece of
talking
bread
about.
killing him.
And now Chicken, so far away from C. This is going to give them enough time to set up anything right now.
They could go long. They're staying on site. They're playing more on site because he has to come to them.
One watch garage, one watch CT, the other watches long if need be, but
Hey, that's what his Molly's down there for. His
that's
little
exactly
trap.
it.
They don't have to worry if that triggers. They know where he is.
Such a dangerous situation for Chicken here.
Jackson making some noise.
Oh, and this is gonna
He
that's
throws
gonna
out
be
his
it.
blind.
The information is
And
out.
he peeks and gets
Piece of
picked off
bread.
by the bread.
Piece of bread is feeling quite happy right
Yes,
now.
he is.
He's going 5-0. His econ is through the roof right now. He's feeling
He
good.
is one away from his ult, and his ult, especially on Haven here, is deadly because he could put it in multiple locations that take up the majority of sight. For
Yeah.
example, down in tunnel for B, he could even do tunnel for A. It is nasty to use.
Yeah, and especially on the retake as well. If you place bomb down, you place ult down, what are they going to do? Try and push it? They have to. And
They're
if they
just
do
gonna
that,
stand there.
there's nothing they can do about it there. But Velo does have the tour to force out, but no answer from SMSU. They're not even going to try and regard
They're
that.
going down A.
Oh, this might catch the sky. And
And they
do.
get the sky.
Oh.
And the jet following it up the dog. It looks like they're trying to get onto site.
This might
Looks
be
like smoke's coming out. And Woken getting
wow.
another. Clearing angles.
Velo now going up toward heaven. The other members of CMU,
Sitting there with his tour de force.
again, a very similar situation to a round we've seen previously. The Sentinels and the controller being the last ones alive here. Going to want to play this safe.
It's like SMSU's Beast Mod and the Woken are making a crossfire, so regardless if one peaks, they're both going to, or at least someone's going to die.
Yeah, and that's only if they've maintained this crossfire that they've made. The bird will come out.
And coming out.
Oh, Woken. Woken playing
Bird
a
coming
deadly
out again.
game.
Woken
Can she
getting
get a
three.
4? She does get the
He
4th.
gets the fourth. Beast
She
Mod
will.
picking up the ace, saying, hey, I know you didn't get it, but we aced together.
Yeah, I will take that burden upon myself. But wow, able to get the 4K before
that
she goes
bird.
out, going out swinging, I should say, as they are now up 4 rounds, unimpeded.
Ooh.
3
Phenomenal
members.
performance by SMSU.
3 members of SMSU also having their ult with the Beast Mod coming up right from behind. So now they got knives, they got the lockdown, they have the the let's go, the baby as I like to call
The
it.
baby's here.
And of course the Seekers coming up as well. This could be a very big round for him. Econ, and look at the Econ as
Econ
well.
is through the roof. He could buy for days, and it looks like SMSU's Jackson throwing some equipment onto garage and B.
Oh,
the
my.
baby coming out,
It's coming out.
and he's getting blinded and
Oh
just
my
dies in the corner.
It's absolute pandemonium. CMU gonna have to figure this one out. There's no way. Brimstone stuck in the back there.
Bomb plant down, making it a 4v3.
And look at this molly
SMSU's
by
doing a
Chandy.
terrific job burning up.
Gonna get away. Sky gonna get away.
SMSU's
Oh.
Jackson getting picked off by Chicken.
Just watching too many angles at once.
Seekers coming out. Smoke's coming out from SMSU.
2v2. A retake can still be possible here. They do
get
take out
picked off.
Jandy. It's
But
piece
the
of bread
bread
again.
in the same location.
Oh,
Get a one.
Can he get a second? No!
And he gets shot through the wall by Lance Dog.
CMU was like, "Hey, we got it. You can clutch this, but how about you stop?
Hey, you guys gotta chill out. We gotta get some rounds ourselves.
Put down the roadblock." And the momentum has definitely stopped in their tracks. Now CMU up with a round 1-4. However, SMSU does have a couple ults. Their econ is looking pretty
Econ's through
good.
the roof. That round's not gonna affect them. They could buy anybody.
Meanwhile, CMU does have 2 ults on their side as well, but their econ. If they win this round, it'll be better than they were right now. If they lose, it's
we
gonna
see
be
a
a big
piece of
game.
Bread's ult. They're gonna go down tunnel and use it. They just need tunnel control, and then A or B is all theirs.
Knives out, and I'm not talking about the movie coming from both members of.
Ooh, and a
the
blind
teams
coming
here.
out. Oh, but the knives! The piece of bread's dead. They're gonna have to do the plan without him.
The Seekers will come out now, and they're gonna be completely
Lance Dog
turned
getting
around.
2!
Lance Dog able to secure 2. They were expecting someone to be hiding on the cinder blocks. It's not gonna be enough though. Beast
SMSU
Mod.
Beast Mod on site, fighting for his life, gets 2 headshots.
Can he get a third? This is gonna be crazy if he
And he
could.
looks to the right a little too much.
expecting maybe a peek through CT possibly, but even if he got the brim, it might have been the jet coming from behind on main that could have got him. There was a lot of situations that could have happened there, but it will be CMU securing that round. Big win for them.
4.
Yeah, and this is going to be something of a this has to be the rebuilding period. We're almost now, I believe we're halfway through this round half, so they need to make some moves, get some momentum going if they want to get into that next half looking pretty confident.
Yes. Looks like Velo setting up on to B site up top. These high angles are very hard to deal with, especially peeking from long distances. It looks like SMSU is pulling out a default, trying to make some type of direction go somewhere.
They grab the orb. Chicken and Woken in a firefight in sewer. They will take out the Trailblazer.
Blinded out, trying to get across. He gets across safely. Chicken just holding that same angle that he's been the entire game. Fellow coming around the corner, trying to peek out long for his teammate.
SMSU, a little bit stagnated, trying to decide where to go here, or perhaps just formulating a plan and letting them come to SMSU. But Lance Dog, look at first blood, but Woken's right back with it.
Woken getting the kill. It looks like they're getting a plan out. They're gonna go run garage. SMSU's Woken for getting the bomb.
Oh, and that's
has to go get in and is about to have an encounter with the chamber. Let's see what goes on here.
Woken will pick up the bomb, but has no idea that chamber was there. And the brim also. Yep, and they're going to take it out.
Lord, getting
and Velo could be able to take out 2 members of SMSU. It's down to piece of bread again. Bomb stuck in spawn. He needs to fight. He needs to beat these 2 members of CMU.
And Velo getting a 3K, securing their win.
Did you see that spray by Velo? Sprayed the dumpster fire on them. They may not be able to see it, but I sure did. And quite a message as well from Velo, one of the top players to look for coming from CMU. He did really well last game, so you know this is more or less the same. And he's doing really well.
Tour de force.
And
very scary.
And we saw him with the op last game, and we saw how he can do with the op. Now he has a tour de force, a one-shot with a trap on it.
Yes.
You best be ready to challenge that.
Looks like SMSU is trying to go down tunnels towards A.
This could catch the sky. The counter flash.
SMSU's Woken gets the kill.
Ooh, and Woken as well. Also getting
gets a second one.
And they will take out Velo as well.
Velo.
Ult denied there as he takes him out.
SMSU have all 5 on site. And unfortunately for CMU, it's a 2v5 situation. See what they have to do. Creating so many different angles that CMU is going to have to clear it. There's 3 angles walking right onto site. That is dangerous.
Yeah, either they're going to have to fight this by going up heaven and going through CT. They got to go through CT together.
The beast mod ready to throw out a flash if someone decides to peek.
Ooh, but the stun.
The stun coming through, and he gets a headshot through the wall.
It's going to take out Alpha a little bit, but they are going to stay away. They might have to just take this opportunity and probably just back off and save for this round. That's probably going to have to be the best case scenario, but SMSU is on the hunt. They're like, let's get out of here. If we find them, we find them. If we don't, we don't. Of course, they're going to save their rifles. They're going to sit and see.
All 5 live and well.
That's going to be a flawless as well on their part. So that's going to be really big for SMSU as this lead is now 5-3. And they are looking pretty good. Chamber does have his ult still.
Let's see what he decides to do. More than likely going to be holding up B again. Maybe he'll pull out his tour de force, but SMSU didn't see the need to use the KJ ult, which is going to be deadly if they decide to use it. Whew.
Yeah, I guess it's a matter of SMSU just not thinking that it needed to be done there. They just didn't need to use it.
After killing 3 and just having sight all to themselves, must have been a nice little change.
No use using it on a 5v2 situation. They will send the dog out. However, the Sky sitting farther in the back, but I don't know if it caught him.
I don't know if he decided or seen him there.
That's going to cost them as they're this may.
KJ's ready. They're going to do a B hit.
Oh, the B hit.
And the KJ ult's going out, and he has to defend it.
Oh, and Velo's going to stop that with the tour de force coming out.
Tour de force is such a deadly gun.
You got to watch out.
They're pushing onto site. Lockdown was destroyed. They're perfectly fine. Ooh. And SMSU's Woken killing Velo.
They will get bombed down. And now they have to fight in this 4v4.
They have to fight. Let's see what's going on. Woken up top. KJ. Defender's using her own ult.
Gotta use it. It's a do or die situation here. Piece of bread though on the sneak. Can he will get hit. And he's going to get the kill. Can he get a second? He
He
will.
gets two, and he breaks
the
it.
lockdown. That's enough to clutch it, in my opinion, if
Oh
he can
my
stay
word.
alive. They need to get on site, though.
They're
Jandy.
worried. Jandy taking some shots.
Not going to be able to secure it. Piece of bread with 11 health. Beast Mod will throw the flash out. He gets one. It's just down to Lance Dog and Beast Mod.
Let's
They
see
have to
what they
fight
do.
here. And he's
And
going
he
to
gets
do
the
it.
headshot.
Woo-wee.
Whoa.
That is it. That's
is
going to be
amazing.
a big round win for them as they enter this next round.
SMSU's Beast Mod having his ult. The Seekers is such a deadly ult to use.
This is absolutely insane performance here by SMSU, looking real confident right now.
Have all the money in the world. Even if they lose one round, they're going to have the money to buy rifles again.
Woken has knives as well, so even if she does go out, she just can just use knives later. And Beast Mod as well has his ult, which will be really good for just hunting for any stragglers. And they're just going to bring them out now.
SMSU's Beast Mod using his Seekers, telling them that there's two over here on site.
Might as well sick them, right? And they're going to go for it. Lance
Dog's
Dog.
going out, and there's a shotgun, and Woken gets one.
Can they get the second? They will.
Jackson
and that's
gets
all
another.
Sight. All sight taken by SMSU. They're going to have to figure this out. The trademark does go out, and it will be immediately shot down.
Blind going out. Looks like SMSU's Woken and Beast Mod are trying to push out, trying to go for the kills. They know that KJ decided to go up towards Heaven. Gets one.
Ooh, and there's
SMSU
another.
Gets one.
It's just down to the chamber inside of Heaven.
He's
and
all
they're
by
on the
himself.
hunt.
He's holding a corner. Woken coming around the corner and gets the headshot for a 3K.
Was not going to be able to hit that headhunter shot. Woken going to be the one alive on that one, securing this round for him now. 7-3.
Wow.
Ult ready and doing very well for SMSU. Lance Dog, Chicken do have their ults as well, but they just cannot do anything against this aggressive play style coming from SMSU.
Ooh, SMSU's Jackson has his ult. He's ready.
And look at this, the Sentinels being posted up on A. Meanwhile, Brim, the only member on C.
Oh my word.
This could be a big
SMSU's
conversion.
reading them all throughout, and the blind goes out.
But Jackson,
Accidentally blinding himself.
you got to watch out for the flash.
Looks like they're trying to rotate as fast as they can. Let's see what SMSU can do. Uses his ult and gets the Brim. Now they're flushing onto site, ready to kill. Lance Dog getting the kill.
with the knife. Hits a second. Spike down.
SMSU's Beast Mod gets one.
Oh!
Gets two.
Oh! That was two. That was a 2K there. By the Beast Mod, able to
Jandy sitting,
secure it.
getting bomb plant down.
And this is a
KJs
1v2.
left.
KJ.
Trying to come out of garage. Piece of bread waiting in a corner.
Jackson watching CT. Piece of bread also watching. But they got to watch out for this.
Oh, Jandy gets
They
shot
take
from
out
behind.
one.
And
Oh!
Harpiscus gets a 3K.
Harpsicus able to secure the round form there. Both members of SMSU not looking toward garage, not thinking he was there. And they're going to strike. And when they least expect it, that's going to clutch it for him. That's going to be the round, the penultimate round before the half. Now we're in this final stretch. Harpsicus still has their ult. They have to use it this round. So does Woken. They have to use their ults for this round.
Yes.
And of course, Piece of Bread also has his ult. I'm expecting him all to be thrown out here in this round, whether there are people around or not. This is going to be a fight.
Ults are going to go out. Going to be fireworks everywhere. Let's see what SMSU is going to decide to do. It looks like they're leading towards A, which they're going to run into 4 of CMU's players.
This could be big. Beast Mod staying a little bit more toward the mid side, but will go with their teammates. Chicken will throw out the
Throwing
flash.
out his bird. And he's getting pushed by.
Oh,
Woken gets killed.
What a juke! Chicken able to survive and keep it going. And now SMSU down to 2 members here.
Bombs, unfortunately, in CMU's possession, excuse me.
The plan completely falling apart for SMSU. CMU now has lockdown on bomb. Beast Mod.
Beast Mod walks right into a group of them. Gets one.
Not going to be able
And
to
Chicken
secure.
getting another kill on the piece of bread.
Big win there for CMU. I was talking about maybe they're going to use their ults there, but they didn't even have a chance to get on site before anything could happen. And thus, that's going to be the end of the half. They enter this next half on defense. Meanwhile, CMU starting their attack side. Game is pretty close. It still can be anyone's game, especially now with this reset. Just pistols. Maybe they might go for a B push.
Let's see.
Maybe they'll try and go for it. B
Looks
is open for the most part, but they don't know yet. So
Still have 18 seconds to decide what they're wanting to do. It looks like Chicken's wanting to go push into garage. Oh, looks like CMU's wanting to go more towards C.
Thinking the C push there, but Killjoy with the utility placed all over. This could be big, especially look at the crossfire here being done by the piece of bread, setting up at their own turn. We have seen this before.
Yes, it's a very deadly combo. The piece of bread setting up on site. Velo getting a kill on Shandy.
That headhunter is crazy.
We can see two of SMSU's players deciding to sneak around, hitting a flank.
If they can get one, they can make it.
And he gets
piece
one.
of bread gets one.
And
will not
CJ
get the
Alpha
second.
gets this kill on him.
Jackson will take out Chicken, and now a 2v3. CJ Alpha gonna get ran up here by
CJ
Jackson.
Alpha getting killed by Jackson. They just have to stick the bomb. They have two to watch or ones to watch.
Jackson
Gets halfway.
watching
Gets
the
stick,
sight, but
holds the bomb.
She will hold
And
the
she
bomb
gets
for
it.
dear life.
And she gets a
get
nice kill.
with the karambit knife,
Wow.
and took the sheriff as well. That's a message.
That's a trophy of her own.
Not only am I going to defuse the bomb, I'm going to knife you after I do it, and then I'm going to take the gun that you had. That's crazy. Wow. Woken with a clutch play to keep the lead going.
Ooh, it looks like Woken's going to be sitting on A long with her Marshall. With only few members of CMU buying some light shields.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be let's just take it slow kind of round. They do not want to try and get a super aggressive. That's going to cost them big. And that is reflected here in the way that they're set up. They have utility all in spawn from the KJ, setting up for any time they may come to them. They're expecting it.
Safe. There's so many people watching, like, angles.
Yeah.
They're hunkering down on one side of the map.
And they're playing very conservative. They're
Like
just
the dogs coming out.
Oh, and they do catch Woken. I believe he did get a little bit off.
Oh, she's running away.
Jet, but they will.
Landstock pushing him quicker on site.
Oh,
He's
my
on site.
They better watch out for this. Beastmon.
Oh, Beastmon. Getting
Beastmon
two.
able to get the 2K. And Harpsick is able to get Beastmon and Woken. Jackson
gets 1, 2. See if he makes it a 3, but Jenny gets his own.
What a fight from SMSU. I was there was a lot going on in that one. They played a little bit conservatively. Saw that Woken was posted up in A main and just decided to push that, and SMSU was right there to answer the call as quickly as they came through. Now they have rifles on CMU side. Meanwhile, SMSU might be just going for a bonus here.
Looks like they are holding 3 Spectres. They're probably the other 2 are more than likely just gonna buy up Spectres themselves.
Yeah, this is now we got a little. This is a changing of the dynamic from one round to the last. Now that most of the CMU has rifles, they're going to excel a little bit more with the long-range game. But that flash coming out,
hitting Velo.
That's good information.
Ooh, they're hitting a nice little crossfire here.
And all they have to do is wait for CMU to try and make a mistake here. The dog, the Trailblazer, coming out.
Like 2 of them are sending it down long. Velo inching his way towards a site, making sure he's careful with what he's doing.
No member watching down main, and that might cost them big. And as you saw, Velo had the head level ready for when the Beast Mod decides to cross the threshold.
Things are just starting off so slow. No action. Looks like Chicken and Woken may have a rude awakening.
Oh, Beast Mod caught him. Beast Mod for sure saw it, but now the push is beginning. And Woken
getting a kill. She gets a rifle.
Can she get a second one? No.
Gets killed by CJ Alpha.
Jackson in the middle of a fight of his own. The bomb will be down on a site that's planted. Killjoy will get the other Killjoy.
Grabbing his rifle for herself.
3v3. Breach heavily hurt. Jackson looking beaten down right now. Meanwhile, CMU almost at just about full health, excluding the Brimstone. And that's
getting one.
Andy gonna stop this possible stop of the retake from happening.
Let's see what's gonna happen. SMSU holding bomb just a little bit.
He's going halfway.
He's halfway.
He's holding it forever.
And it's all the way. Jackson with 2 headshots.
Through smoke.
Do the smoke.
Golly, how do you even figure that out?
Well, unfortunately for CMU side, they were shooting.
You gotta watch the bullets. Gotta watch the bullets. That's crazy.
That's the unfortunate thing about the Vandal is that you can trace the bullets on the Phantom The bullets don't trace over.
And just like that, CMU is going to need to take a little Gatorade break. That's and after that round, I would too. Can we just say that again? We've seen this strategy before. Let Jandy go for defuse while I find whoever's shooting at you.
Trust. You just hold it.
You just gotta trust me.
Pros never fake. Pros never fake.
Pros never fake. Just trust the process, and that's just what we saw there, and it worked out in big favor for him. Now we've entered this timeout a little bit of just to decompress and let the energies kind of settle down a little bit.
Maybe they're discussing what type of gun they're going to use. Maybe they're going to use the Phantom because it's a king.
Yeah, I feel like the Phantom would have did them justice in that one, but them bullet tracers you gotta watch out for. And as we enter almost here, getting into
10 to 5.
This 10-5 game, we take a look at some of the econ. We take a look at some of the ults being done here. A lot has happened. You have Jet with ult only on attack. That's gonna be pretty big for them.
Be one of their things. They're gonna probably buy one of their buddies a gun.
However, I'm thinking Beast Mod probably. Maybe just saving his ult until they make that push.
Ooh, he's holding his ult for his own sight. He can use that to go see where everyone is. It looks like CMU's wanting to go run up C, but KJ's there with an answer with all of her utility.
Yeah, it's right at the front door. So when you come a knocking, you're about to get hit with a lot of
That's
force.
one. Smoke coming down by Jandy. 4 of them trying to make their own way in. And the mines come out.
Oh, and the swarm grenade too, and as they recede, and
burning someone alive.
And now they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place here. All they can really do right now is wait for that smoke to settle or back away and leave. There is Spike kind of out in the back there by the brim, and they're gonna have to make do.
Sure everyone on the team has health.
However, Sky is getting a flank almost set up here.
Ooh.
Might be able to catch Velo off guard.
Oh my gosh! Whoa! What a great shot!
Quick draw on his dirty Harry.
The Beast Mod was just sitting there trying to shrink the map. It's very nice when that happens.
You're feeling lucky, punk. That's what I felt right there. Golly, 3v4. Still not really able to signify where we want to go yet. Woken might catch Velo in the window.
Operator! What a nice shot!
And just like that, they're stuck in C main.
Ooh, unfortunately for CMU, KJ is still sitting there on C with their turret. That thing's gonna be deadly. Running on sight, it slows you. Let's see what they're doing. They're deciding to do something. Smoke's coming out.
Oh, and can he get the third? He's looking for it. Jackson's right there.
Kill.
And that's going to be the round for SMSU. A bit of a long round. They had to think of something. The smokes, the mollies being done, and of course the swarm grenades, all the utility being used on that C main completely broke them. They had nothing. And by that point, all the members of CMU were on a tight rope, as to say. Couldn't go back, couldn't go forward. They had to do something. And that's what we saw there. Woken with op, also with knives as well.
Deadly combo.
Which is not a combo you want to mess with.
See what she's going to do. She's going to be holding a very great angle on C-Long. Maybe the Jet's going to walk right into it.
Of course, the tour de force also coming out.
The Jet walks into it, and Woken gets the shot.
Don't catch her slipping out here. Woken taking out Lance Dog.
Velo with his op of his own. They're trying to push onto A site, or B site, excuse me. They don't really have no utility to really get them out of the smoke.
However, they will use the turret as a means to weed out anybody. Jandy from behind will take out Harpsicus, and there goes the ult by Jackson.
Jackson, they're stunned. Oh, Chicken being saved.
CJ Alpha also taking out Chicken, also taking out. It's down to Velo and the tour de force, and he's playing Ring Around the Rosie.
He has 5. That's one.
That's one. Can he do a second? The reload is quick, and you got to be ready for it. Oh, we'll miss again.
Bullets are flying.
Not going to be able to secure anything. And now we have reached match point, and there it is.
And there he is, the piece of bread, bacon.
Whoa, he's loving this. He is loving this. And as we enter this match point, just a completely different game from what we saw on Breeze. Now they're at a map that they are more familiar with, that they are more, they've worked on this map countless times in the past, and now we get to see it in action here once again. We reach a match point, 12-5.
Here we go.
Wow. Much different pace from the previous game, as we could see CMU's wanting to walk up A main.
Ooh, and that breach
flashed. SMSU's Woken sitting there with an operator. Gets one.
How was that not a headshot?
Gets the dog. Gets
a
2.
second. Can she get a third, though? No, she's backing off.
She's going back in with the knives.
Get the knives out.
She's there to answer. She's blinded. Oh, she takes out the operator.
She could possibly catch Sky here.
Another one going out.
Oh, my
Flash.
goodness.
That's the last of her flashes. She's going to be stuck there. She's
There's
throwing
the
her own.
Seekers, and they're going to get out of their beast mode. Will take out Lance Dog, and this is going to probably be it here for CMU.
And the shot.
In the
It's a
stun?
1v5 situation.
With the concuss, he's still with a clear mind.
Chicken about to
And they're on
encounter
the
all of them.
hunt. And that's going to do it here. The streak continues for SMSU as they remain undefeated once again in this penultimate game before the regular season against two of the toughest teams in this division that we have seen so far. SMSU will come out with the victory in both games, looking really, really good.
Phenomenal. I'm excited to see them out in the playoffs.
They still have one last game to go. That will be next week, Monday.
Ooh.
They will be taking on the Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears. One final game before they reach the penultimate, the end. This is truly the end of the regular season coming up here. And then next is playoffs, which I'm always excited to see. So I cannot wait to see where we go from there. Really good showing by everybody. And please, if you guys want to keep up with everything SMSU esports related, please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. If you want to find VODs for our games that you may have missed something, or you want to just make some clips of your own, maybe just go on to YouTube. There is a YouTube where we have fully unedited VODs of all the games we've had so far. So please visit that if you wish. But for everyone here at SMSU Esports, this has been Afro.
And Wookie.
And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.